third vote underway to expel Representative George Santos from Congress is happening at this hour. The vote appears to show that this expulsion, a third time, will likely pass. He faces 23 federal counts related to campaign finance and wire fraud and denies any wrongdoing. Let's go live and listen to the speaker.
The resolution is adopted and a motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. The clerk will notify the governor of the state of New York of the action of the House. Under Clause 5D of Rule 20, the chair announces to the House that in light of the expulsion of the gentleman from New York, Mr. Santos, the whole number of the House is now 434.
A significant development. You heard the House Speaker there now announce that the number in the House, 434, the motion has been adopted and passed. The ouster of Republican George Santos from New York. The governor of New York has now been notified, and notable because this is only the sixth time in history a lawmaker has been ousted from the chamber. He has been removed after accusations that he accepted donations or stole donations from donors from his campaign. He faces 23 federal counts related to his campaign finance, wire fraud, and other allegations to which he denies wrongdoing. Nick Smith is in the newsroom as we watch this vote happen and now the passage of his ouster in the House. Nick, I guess the question now being, what's next?
Well, what's next, Marni, is a special election that will have to take place. I don't mind telling you, Marni, that my producer and I, we've been working on this story. We were following it literally until the last second that I had to run up here to you to speak with you. We weren't sure what direction it was going because for the longest part, it looked as though GOP leadership was leaning in the direction of not supporting this resolution. In fact, chief among them were the Speaker himself, Mike Johnson, Elise Stefanik, and even Steve Scalise were saying that they did not want to set this precedent. That magic number we were looking for was 80 or above from members of the GOP to actually support this resolution. Now we know that that number has passed overwhelmingly. That 290 benchmark was what we were looking at. And we know now that the numbers topped somewhere over 300. So more than enough for that resolution to move forward. The next step in all of this, Marni, will be a special election for that district that Santos represented because that expulsion happens literally immediately. He does get to keep things like, Marni, like his congressional pin, and he gets to keep the plaque that they will take off of his door. But other than that, he loses all the rights and privileges as a member of the House to actually represent his constituencies, his constituency. He is now just a normal citizen who will then, of course, Marni, as we know down the road, have to actually appear in court on some of these charges because the investigation did conclude that Mr. Santos had used donations from donors improperly. Including, but not limited to, purchases at high-end boutique stores like Hermes, Botox treatments, and even subscriptions to primarily the adult website OnlyFans. Mr. Santos is indeed due his day in court and has the presumption of innocence until that is actually adjudicated. But for now, those who also serve with him in Congress have spoken, and they have decided that he does not uphold the highest standard that they themselves believe is necessary to be a member of Congress. And he is now the latest member to be expelled, which is unprecedented, Marni.
Yeah, the freshman congressman from New York facing some serious consequences now, no longer a member of Congress. He denies any wrongdoing, but also says this sets a dangerous precedent. Nick Smith in the newsroom, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.